Hi everybody, I'm Susan from Allegheny Roots. Welcome back to our channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a final thoughts and review of the crochet knitting yarn bag that I purchased from Amazon a few months ago. All right, so some of you may have seen the video that I did about this bag when I received it. So that was an unboxing and initial thoughts about this bag. If you haven't had a chance to see that yet, I'm going to put a link in the description box down below because it did arrive in a kind of unusual way. And also, you'll be able to see how I felt about the bag and what I was excited about with the bag when I received it, versus my likes and dislikes now after having used it for a few months. So let's get into my review of the bag. We're going to start with my likes. So the first thing I like about this bag is just the amount of storage that's in it. I mean, look at this bag, okay? See how full it looks right now? And that is because I have it completely full of yarn. I have all different size skeins of yarn in this bag too. So it opens up nice and wide, and I'm going to post a picture. I'm going to put a picture in here of just how much yarn I have in here. But I have, big skeins of yarn. I have smaller skeins of yarn. I have, medium skeins of yarn. So lots of projects being worked on in here right now too. So just the amount of storage space is amazing. So on to the second thing that I like about this bag. So the second thing I like about this bag is the hook storage, my crochet hooks. The bag that I had, the thing that I was keeping my hooks in before was just a zipper pouch. I had to dig through and find what I was looking for, the size hook I needed for any particular project. But this bag, the pocket on the front, has storage for all of my hooks. And there's even pockets in there where I keep my measuring tape, my tapestry needles, my scissors, and my stitch markers. So that part of the bag, that feature is super nice, and it keeps everything nice and organized. I'm not a super organized person, and so it makes it really easy for me to find things that I need. So let's move on to the third thing I like about this bag. So the third thing I really like about this bag are the comfort straps. You wouldn't think that you would really need comfort straps with yarn, but when you have everything else in here too, plus if you have the amount of yarn that I am carrying, it gets pretty hefty. So the comfort straps, when I use this bag to take it with me to craft shows or on a trip, and I take my projects with me to work on during some downtime, these comfort straps are super nice. They're nice and thick, and they do make it a lot easier to carry this bag. So I definitely say that the comfort straps are a huge help when carrying this bag. All right, so those are my 3 likes. So let's move on to my dislikes. So dislike number 1, and it's so sad for me to have to say this is a dislike, because this is one of the things I was most excited about when I purchased this bag. But one of my dislikes are the grommets on the side. Now, it's not the grommets themselves or how they work, but the bag was featured as being able to be used as kind of a yarn bowl, so that when you do take your projects out and about with you, the yarn can stay inside the bag, and you can just pull your yarn through the grommets and use the bag as your yarn bowl, and not have to bring a separate yarn bowl or have your yarn sitting on a table somewhere or anything like that. So I was really excited about that part. However, and there are even pockets like right behind the grommets so that your yarn can sit in the pocket and you can pull the yarn through the grommets. So what's the problem, Susan? Well, the problem is if you have a lengthier project that you're working on, then you either have to cut off your yarn and tie back on later and put your project in the bag, or you have to unzip the bag, put your project inside the bag, put your yarn as far down as you can, but you're still kind of putting your zipper over top of your yarn a little bit, or you're just not closing the bag all the way. So, and for me, neither one of these are a good option because you don't know if your yarn is going to get caught in your zipper and fray. There's also the matter of when you cut off your yarn and you tie back on, you're wasting yarn. Now, I know that there are times when that's a necessary thing to do. If you're changing colors or you're having to add a second skein onto your project, or third or fourth. But in this case, I just feel like it would be a waste of yarn. And if you're working on a shorter project, a small project that doesn't take very long, then yeah, definitely you could use this bag as your yarn bowl. But overall, I think it would just be a better idea to use and to bring along a separate yarn bowl for your yarn. All right, now on to dislike number 2. So the other thing that I found disappointing about this bag is there is a pocket in the back where the straps are. And this was marketed as kind of a laptop pocket for the bag. So I was excited about that because I thought, oh, I can take my laptop easily with me too if I can work on a yarn project, or if I need to work on something for work or whatever, I can have my laptop with me. Wrong. The pocket just isn't big enough for a laptop. There's even like a protective strap here that you can put over top of your laptop. That is too small for a laptop. The bag itself, or the pocket, on itself on the back has a zipper on it, which is nice. You can use it to store other things because since it zips closed, but it is also too small for a laptop. I tried my laptop. I tried my Chromebook because it's smaller. It also doesn't fit. I suppose if you wanted to take a tablet along, then that would work just fine. But as far as being a laptop pocket, it doesn't work for that. I've actually ended up using this pocket to carry my notebooks. This notebook has my notes in it for different projects that I do. And then also I have my notebook for that we used to keep track of things at craft shows. So a laptop pocket, no, but you can use it for other things. And it is nice that it has a zipper on it so that you can zip it closed if you need to. So on to dislike number 3. So I know that I talked in my likes section about the crochet hook storage. And I do like the crochet hook storage because my crochet hooks are right there at my fingertips and everything is where I need it to be. I can see it. It's a lot more organized than the zipper pouch I used to use. However, I just don't feel like there's enough storage for crochet hooks. I've even had to double up some of my crochet hooks. So I've taken some of these smaller hooks and I've put them in the same elastic pocket. But if you look on this other part of the flap for this pocket, there are some more elastic places to put things, but this is for knitting needles. And there is more knitting needle storage in the main pocket of the bag as well. So even though there is some storage for crochet hooks, and it is nice. No shade to any knitters out there. I'm just not a knitter. And so I would like to see a little bit more storage for crochet hooks in this bag. All right, let's talk about my final thoughts on this bag. So my final thoughts on this bag, if I were to have a do-over with this bag, would I purchase it again? The answer to that question is yes. Now, I'm not saying I would buy a second bag. I'm saying that if I had it to do over again, if I could go back in time and either purchase this bag or not, would I purchase it? The answer is yes. I definitely would purchase this bag again. And I know that there are other bags out there that are very similar. They all kind of do the same thing. So, but I would definitely order this bag again because of just the sheer usefulness of it. It, to me, was a very practical purchase. It lets me easily take projects with me. It gives me a place to store my crochet hooks, and it gives me an easy way to find them. If I'm working on a project downstairs on the couch and I can just throw it in the bag and bring the bag back upstairs and bring it into the room here so that it's not sitting downstairs. It helps keep my projects, away from dust and dog hair. I have dogs at home, so it helps keep my projects free from those things. So I most definitely would order this bag again, even knowing now the things that disappointed me about the bag. There is no foolproof product out there. We're always going to be disappointed with some of the things that we purchased. But also, when we're purchasing something, there are times we get something and we don't like anything about it. So I'm very thankful that when I purchased this bag, that the likes outweigh the dislikes, even though I had 3 of each. But I definitely feel like its overall usefulness was worth the purchase. So thank you all so much for being here and listening to my thoughts on this crochet knitting yarn bag that I purchased. And if you are new here or you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. I'm filming this in March, and we are hoping that by the end of the summer, we can get up to 200 subscribers by the end of August. So if you could hit subscribe and help us out, that would be great. I post videos about once a month right now. In the summer, when I have a bit more time, I do try to post videos about once a week or every couple of weeks. So thank you again for being here, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.